without further interruption, let's celebrate and suck some...
Hello, and welcome to Danny Mac's Awful Podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Danny Mac.
Dick.
Hey, come on now. And it's a solo pod coming at you today, all by myself. Get it? Because Christmas, elf, you get it. Only 2 more episodes before Christmas. Well, maybe on Christmas I will release a very special episode, because I know when I listen to podcasts that I like, I'm always bummed out during the break. They take so many weeks off around the holidays, and I'm like, come on, you guys couldn't just whip something together and put it out there on the podcast services? That being said, I may become just that lazy myself. Of course, if you're listening to this episode, you might be listening to it early on Patreon. If you are not a Patreon subscriber, please consider doing that. It's the top link in the show notes. You give the pod a couple bucks a month, just enough for the price of a cup of ass, folks. And then you can get much longer episodes of the podcast, the premium feed, and you can get it anywhere from 12 hours to 2.5 days earlier than you normally would on just the Spotify and the Apple. But you don't have to. That's if you got a couple bucks to spare and you want to support the pod. I'd love to have you over there, but no pressure, everybody. The holidays are upon us. I'm sitting next to my little tree, my little $35 tree that I got from Whole Foods, because I'm a bougie little slut for Whole Foods. Got my little light set up on there. It's looking good. It's looking festive. It's fun coming home to the Christmas lights shining against my window. Mandarin oranges are really hitting this year. Some years, the mandarin oranges, they don't taste so good. I don't know what it is, but this year, banger after banger. Every box that I get, better than the last one. Hey, do you guys know anyone who calls mandarin oranges Christmas oranges? Can I just say to those people, get the fuck out of here. Huh? Get the fuck out of here. Calling them Christmas oranges?
I said forget about it, cuz.
Absolutely forget about it, cuz. Give me a break. They're mandarin oranges. Don't come at me with that, okay? All right? It's the war on holidays. It continues, folks. I'm the one with the war on holidays. The war on Christmas rages on.
I thought they were about to start throwing their panties at me.
Yeah, you know on Solo Pods, I'm bringing out the deep cut drops that no one really gives a shit about.
I thought they were about to start throwing their panties at me.
Is that a fact, Alex Jones? Was that a real concern of yours, that women, what were they going to do,
I thought
Alex?
they were about to start throwing their
what?
panties at me.
Oh, wow. Huh. God, imagine dripping with the amount of sex appeal that Alex Jones has, where you can't go shop, you can't go to a grocery store, you can't take a stroll down the street without panties being flung at you like you're Rod Stewart or Tom Jones or something. I don't know why I picked 2 men who are incredibly old, and people still want to throw panties at them. Yeah, Christmas oranges beat it. But there's another flavor I want to talk to you more about right now, and that is the Coke Zero Holiday Creamy Vanilla. Now, I went to a Christmas party on the weekend, and my plea for finding this beverage has reached across the nation, across the globe, across the galaxy, and many are saying, Danny, we want you to have this soda. We need you to have this soda. But it's tough to find. It's very tough to find. But my friends John and Tara found one bottle for me, a 500 milliliter bottle for me, and I have been saving it. I got it a few days ago. I woke up the next day, a little hungover, had a bit of red wine, felt like the palate was a little demolished, so I said, no, not today. And then yesterday I was going to do the pod, didn't get around to it, and I figure, well, at this point, I might as well wait and review it on the pod. So folks, I've been waiting to try this beverage for my entire life. Of the last few weeks, of course, the entirety of my life encompassing the last few weeks. And now I'm going to give it a shot right now. So you're not going to get that can crack, but I am going to open it right now and see if we can get this sound on the mic. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. First things first, I'm going to smell it. So I'm going to get a smell here. Okay. It smells like vanilla Coke so far, which it is a vanilla Coke, but this is holiday creamy vanilla I've been asked to try here. So here we go. First sip. Here we go. Okay, first thoughts, immediate thoughts is that it tastes like how vanilla Coke used to taste. It tastes like how vanilla Coke used to taste. Vanilla Coke used to taste different to me. I don't know why. It was just like the vanilla was stronger. Now it's not as strong. This kind of tastes like when vanilla Coke was stronger. I'm going to try drinking it out of a glass like a purist with my... I got ice cubes that are shaped like a skull because I'm a... what's the word? A douchebag? No, I just won that, by the way. Okay, I'm going to try another sip right now. I'm really going to focus on the... describing the oaky afterbirth. Hold on. Yeah, it's good. It's, you know what? It's nothing different. And, you know, people, non-soda purists who, God, I'm glad I don't have a lousy palate like you guys do. Non-soda purists, they're not going to feel like this is much different between a vanilla Coke Zero and this holiday cream. But let me tell you something about this holiday cream, folks. It tastes like how vanilla Coke should taste. So this is the premier, you heard it here first, folks. Coke Zero Holiday Creamy Vanilla is the premier way to enjoy a vanilla Coke. One more sip for the road here. That's good. Don't you love this noise too? The ice on the Julian. That's a little Trailer Park Boys for you there. Speaking of delicious beverages, this past weekend I hosted my annual Christmas cocktail contest. No, it's not spelled with K's, you sons of bitches.
I thought they were about to start throwing.
Don't know why I played that drop there. It is the fourth time that I've done this, and basically I invite friends over and I say, hey, whip up a cocktail for everyone. It has to be themed for the holidays. That's really the only criteria, and everyone is going to vote on which one is the best. The first year, I came in second place. The second year, I didn't compete. The third year, last year, I came in dead last, folks. Dead last place. It was humiliating. I remember when I was trying to add a little nutmeg garnish to my drink. My friend Will, a sportsman if there ever was one, this guy's a real competitor, almost wins every year and did win one year. He sees the nutmeg I'm putting on. He goes, is that all nutmeg? Like he screams. Everyone looks. Apparently... it's like cinnamon challenge level nutmeg. Like I'm dousing this thing in a mountain of nutmeg. A nut mountain, if you will.
Throwing their panties at me.
A lot of nutting. Yeah. So needless to say, it went down chalkily and I got the least amount of votes ever at my own cocktail contest. So I said to myself, never again. I said to myself...
I said forget about it, cuz.
That dropped very loud compared to the other drops. But yeah, I was like, well, fuck, I at least have... And so this year I had an idea early on, because at these cocktail contests, when they're holiday themed, when they're Christmas themed, everyone brings out the heavy flavors, right? A lot of eggnogs, a lot of cocoa, and a lot of heavy flavors. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do something like a peppermint soda this year. I want something a little lighter so that if my name is randomly drawn last to make everyone drinks, and they've already had snacks and like a bunch of like, you know, After Eight or toffee inspired drinks, they're not going to be like, oh God, seriously, another 800 calories I got to drink right now. So I decided to do something along the lines of a peppermint soda. So I'll skip all the process of me figuring out how to get the exact ingredients down. But I'll tell you what my drink finally came down to. And that's a spoiler about a little hint, a little foreshadowing of what the drink was called. But what I ended up doing was an ounce and a half of vanilla vodka with some lemon juice. And I'd shake that with mint, a little drop of grenadine in the bottom so that you could have like the red legs slowly climb up. I rimmed the glass with crushed up candy canes, and then I added a little bit of soda. And then on top of that, I put a little bit of whipped coconut cream. Not coconut whip, but just like furiously shaken coconut cream. Just a dollop on top with a couple drops of grenadine just to make it look right. And then I stuck a candy cane in it as a stir straw. And I called it an I Just Candy Cane. I Just Candy Cane, because I'm a pervert and everything has come. And one thing I did not do, which I should have done, is tell everyone to stir up their drink. Because if you just take a sip right there, it's just, you're going to get like bits of candy in your mouth, which is great. And then it's just going to be pure, plain, unsweetened coconut cream. But once you stir it up, you know, even though I said didn't want to go heavy, just mixing up that little bit of cream with the rest of it turned into a really nice little cocktail there. The I Just Candy Game in my pants, or I don't even remember what I called it. Some dumb pun with candy, but and coming, but as always. But I liked it a lot. I think it turned out great, but now I had to serve it to these people. So I made 10 or 12 of them, and everyone tried them. I got to go second, which is good. My friend Samson, you know Samson, one of the goons, he went first. I went second. Our friend Jeff went third. He made a very stiff drink, but an excellent one, like the kind you get at like, you know, the Kiefer or the Diamond back in the day. These are like good cocktails, but they would make Don Draper go like, that's strong. What does America want? America wants a drink that'll instantly give them pubic hair. That's what Don Draper would say. And then Will went, and then our friend Joe and Jocelyn, they went as a team very last, and they also had some coconut flavor in their drink, some coconut cream, and I thought, competition here. Anyways, we all did our votes, tallied them up at the very end. It was very, very tough. It was very tough to decide. You can't vote for your own drink also, so I'm tallying up the votes. And lo and behold, first, second, and third place all separated by a single point each. The closest ever in Christmas cocktail competition history. I go out there and I announce who wins for the first time ever. The new champion of the Christmas cocktail competition, the 4th edition, is me. It's me! I won! Oh, there's so many people I'd like to thank. ChatGPT for coming up with my drink. No, just kidding. It was all me. But yeah, I won by 1 point. Joe and Jocelyn came in second place, and Will came in third place. And the other drinks were excellent, but yeah, 5th and 4th for them. So I'm the champion. I always buy a drink from the Modern Bartender. It's a great bartending store in Gastown. If you're ever in that area, you should go check it out. But I bought these 2 like barrel glasses to put your drinks in, little barrel tumblers. Looks like you're drinking out of a little wooden keg. And also I got, as previously mentioned, these ice cube graphs that turn your ice into skulls, which I'm sipping a holiday cream out of right now. Oh, hell yeah. By the way, I hope you like middle-aged men drinking diet soda ASMR, because you're going to get a lot of that on this episode, my friends. A whole lot of it, let me tell you what. So anyway, I'm the champion. My friends booed me because I won my own contest, but I don't give a fuck. I decided to try this year, and the moral is, folks, when you try, you can win. And even if you don't win, you're the one tallying the votes, and you can cheat if you want to. Didn't have to this year, but amen. So anyways, the Mandarin oranges, the soda, all the cocktails. The next day, I went to Will and Nicole's annual Friends Christmas thing. We did the gift steal thing. And needless to say, suffice to say, folks, that I am fat now. I have gained probably 5 to 8 pounds in a week. And I'm not even aggressively going over the diet, but it's just the drinks and the not caring too much about what you eat. And I'm sure some of it is water retention, he said, hopefully, while looking at the scale. But yeah, I've just been so grindy lately. And like November, I was like, wow, I haven't weighed this little in a while. And then here comes December. But fuck it. It's what the month is for. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to fall too far behind on the old diet because I got a new gym. Well, not a new gym, but I'm an anytime fitness kind of guy. Yeah, fitness penis in my mouth. Hi-oh.
I said forget about it, cuz.
No, I believe fitting this sandwich in my mouth is the joke I should have gone with there. Anyway, they closed down to do renovations. I wondered, am I going to come back? And there's just like, they've cut the gym in half and added a second, like, a yoga studio for people in the neighborhood to just go do stretches. But no, they got rid of the one room in the gym where people go do stretches, and now it's just like 3 times as many squat racks, and they got new machines for lats and delts and all the muscles of the rainbow. So it's great so far. And I was just about getting fed up with using the gym at the community center in the West End here. It was fine, but it was like the same price as my actual gym, and I didn't use any of the other accoutrements that go with it, like the ice skating rink. One time I played a round of ping pong against some kid who was there at the ping pong table that's out, and they're like, I don't want to play ping pong with you, pal. That was the look they gave me. And I'm like, fine, you know what? Play with your dad then, loser. Anyway, holding grudges over here. No big deal. I'll let that one slide. But yeah, my final day at that community center gym, it was like peak hours. I couldn't have gone at any other time. It was like, 5:45 on a weeknight early in the week. Like, you just know when the gym is just fucking packed. And someone was using up one of the 2 squat racks just to do arm curls with the barbell. So yeah, that was kind of like, yep, I'm out of here. Fuck this place. So I'm gone tonight. Never's looking back, folks. So got the new gym. It sure is sexy in there. And who am I kidding? I'm going to gain 20 more pounds before this season is up. And then it's my birthday at the end of next month. And it never ends. Not only is it my birthday, it is the anniversary. Do you know of what? It is the anniversary of this very podcast, the one I said I would do for 1 year and then reassess. I think I'm probably going to keep it going. No need to joke around anymore. It does seem like every week it gets I don't know. I'm done talking about this. You guys are so sick of me talking about the challenges of doing a podcast. I'm in my sweatpants in my apartment right now. There's nothing difficult about this, but yeah, it certainly can be tedious. So I know a lot of you ask me, like, everyone's interested in doing a podcast, and people ask, like, how do I do? What's the challenging part is just how much work you want to put into it, and if that answer is even a little bit, it just gets very tedious week after week. But hey, some people do like a podcast once a month, and those people are probably in a much better relationship with the podcasting industry in their life than I am. But hey, it's all right, folks. I'm going to go down with this ship, and we'll have plenty more fun. I hope some of you consider joining the Patreon, because then I can, I don't know, make money and not share it with Matt Graham and Johnny and Samson. That's my ultimate dream, to just lord over them with my fistfuls of cash. Guess what? I'm on set the 19th this month, December 19th. I'm actually on set. I booked something like 3 or 4 weeks ago and didn't know when it shot. And then they told me it shoots on Friday, the 19th, which is awesome because I hate the break for the holidays. I hate it. I hate not auditioning. I hate that class is over and I can't train. I hate that no one wants to get back to me, producers, fellow writers, anyone, and it just drives me nuts. There's nothing to do, so I love that I get to work so late into the holiday. I am Ebenezer Scrooge, folks. I do just want to work, and I'm happy if everyone else also has to work. If I had to work on Christmas Eve, I'd probably be cool with that as well. I can't say what the show is because they make you sign like a nothing. Don't say on social media what the show is, but it's, if you are an actor auditioning in Vancouver, let's just say it's the show that you audition for the most, probably. It's certainly the one I've auditioned for the most this year. And next year, that means it's going to be crickets for me, folks, because I'm burned from this show after the 19th, and I did an episode of Animal Control, and I think the only thing left is really, of the procedurals, kind of maybe wild cards, and I'm sure there's a couple other things, but yeah, I gotta find myself some more work here. Maybe I'll get into porn. That sounds fun, right?
I thought they were about to start throwing their panties at me.
Yeah, I could say stuff like that. We should sell shirts that say that. Lord knows Alex Jones needs to lawyer up and sue somebody. He's low on cash, folks. I started watching that show, Welcome to Derry. I don't like horror stuff, but there's some kinds of horror that I do love, and I'm having real trouble articulating what I do and don't like. Like Silence of the Lambs is probably one of my all-time favorites, right? Now, you could classify that as a psychological thriller, but you could also call something like Hereditary or Midsommar a psychological thriller, and those are too disturbing for me. I just cannot handle maybe specifically Ari Aster films, or like Green Room, like Samson wanted me to go see Green Room. If you're familiar with that, it's about this punk rock band, and they do a show for a bunch of skinheads, and right before they leave, they see a skinhead kill a girl. So the skinheads trap them in the green room, and it's about these punk rocker kids having to try to escape from the wood, like this cabin in the woods, the middle of nowhere, where they had just done a show for these fucking racists. And it is so disturbing. I can still see some of the death scenes in that now when I close my eyes. Makes it really tough to jack off, folks. Or does it? No, it does. It's very difficult to reach climax once the green room pops back into my head. So that being said, I can't really pin down what it is about certain films that get to me or don't in that horror genre, but I saw the original TV series when I was way too young. It fucked me up. The reboot movies, I really loved the first one. They were cool, but that first one I thought hit really well. And then the second one has some of the best sequences and deaths and of all of them. But I hadn't heard too many people talk about the show, so I fire it up. It's on HBO. I watched the first 3 episodes. This show is fucking good, man. Now, some people were saying it's a little slow, and I don't want to give spoilers away. I'll just say, like, Pennywise isn't, like, a huge part of the early part of the show, at least from what I've seen so far. But there's some incredible kid performances in it, and that is just such a hallmark of Stephen King movies, you know, like Stand By Me and the original It and like the newer It, like and obviously The Shining. It's just, you know, you need just like heavy hitter kid actors for this stuff to work. And there's just like really funny kids, and there's ones who just, you know, they have that look of pure terror on their face. Like you just really feel like they're going through it. And some of the kids are so good. I'm like, who's this guy? Like, this guy could be a big deal one day. And then he just gets massacred. He's just killed right away. I'm like, holy shit. So they're killing kids left and right in this show. It is gnarly, dude. But it's a good one. Maybe check it out. I couldn't believe some of the like sequences, you know, like when it like fucks with your mind and you're getting attacked. And sometimes like an adult will be like, hey, what's wrong with you? Why are you screaming? And then like the clown is gone or whatever. Some of those sequences are incredible. The CGI is really good. And they're just like really spooky and well put together. One in particular is like a girl is in a nightmare dream where she's being like reborn out of her mother. It's incredibly fucked up, as is one of the first scenes of that show. So anyway, check it out if you're into that kind of thing. But I was listening while watching it, and I kept hearing, you know, the odd character would have 1 or 2 lines pop in. So I could hear some Canadian accents in there. And just like everything Stephen King is supposed to take place in Maine, but a character will be like, what are you gentlemen doing out right now at this hour? And I'm like, huh? Did I just hear that right? And then I Google it, and of course, show filmed in Ontario. So, you know, keep your eyes peeled for some of those Canadian accents. I love spotting them. I kind of want to do just like a master cut of them and share them amongst friends. Not trying to shame any actors over here, but and hey, I mean, American shame is enough for sounding the way that we do. But also, America, okay, you come at us with your accents when you're pronouncing the word room as rum and the word roof is rough. I mean, get a hold of yourselves. Okay, folks, we all sound a little silly sometimes. That's all right. Speaking of things that I'm watching or did watch, I remember a few weeks ago on the pod, I said I wasn't feeling the Diddy doc. I ended up binging the Diddy doc. I'm doing a full 180 here. I do like the Diddy doc, the Netflix Diddy documentary. I believe it is called the Diddy doc. Yes, I believe that is the name that they landed on. I didn't like it at first because I was like, well, I don't want to watch a documentary about the life of Sean Combs. You know, like I don't give a shit. I want to know about the freak offs. I want to know about the lawsuit. I want to know like why he's in the news so much lately. But then as the show went on, and I started to learn, oh man, this guy has had a history and a habit of being in and around trouble his whole life. There's so much stuff I didn't know. And, you know, I thought I had seen everything about like the Tupac and the Biggie murders and the East Coast, West Coast rap beef of the 90s. And then I'm watching this thing. I'm learning new stuff here. You know, it looks like this documentary makes it feel like Puff Daddy had, you know, kind of something to do with Tupac's murder. You know, it doesn't even really like dance around that. It very much leaves you to believe like, okay, well, he might have asked someone to orchestrate this. And there was a time when Pac was almost shot when he was heading to record at the studio. And the only person who knew he was going to be there that day was also Puff Daddy. So he was also apparently very jealous of Tupac's friendship with Biggie Smalls. And he obviously saw Biggie Smalls as a meal ticket. So anyway, I thought that was crazy, as well as when a male prostitute talks about how for 8 years Diddy paid him to engage in relations with Cassie, while Diddy either watched or jumped in on that. Anyway, I've now just told you the most salacious and scandalous part of the whole documentary, but still watch it anyway. There's a ton of other like just moments where you may have heard peripherally throughout your life about like Diddy being a piece of shit, and this really shines a light on it. The guy stinks. Okay, he sucks. We don't like him. Sean Combs, bad guy. He's in prison. And he sent 50 Cent flowers, I was told, for, I don't know, some sort of like psych out technique. It obviously didn't work. 50 very unbothered. If you guys don't know, 50 Cent produced the documentary, which is extremely funny because 50 Cent has always hated Ja Rule since like, or well, Ja Rule as well, but he's always hated Sean Combs forever. And, you know, this you've seen 50 Cent do interviews. He's got the pettiest smile on his face. And this gives 50 the ultimate hater award. You gotta love a hater like this, right? 50 takes the cake, producing a Netflix documentary to burn someone you don't like. Does this make 50 the ultimate hater? Does he hoist the trophy above his head? Does he wear the gold medal around his neck? He did, but not so fast, because sneaking up from the rear to take the spot of number one petty hater of all time, former champion Donald Trump with his Rob Reiner tweet. Yep, Trump cannot let someone else be the pettiest son of a bitch on the planet. Oh, God. That Trump tweet was wild. Oh, my goodness. What compelled him to do that? Besides, I don't know, boredom or anger? But the thing that I noticed, and I think you guys are probably noticing this time, that feels a little different about, Trump saying an insane thing about someone, is that people are kind of turning on him now. Like a lot of Republicans are like, bro, delete this, and what are you doing? And this is utterly tasteless. And I was kind of wondering, well, to me, this feels very much in the wheelhouse of, like, is this worse than when he, like, mocked John McCain after he died and said, like, yeah, you would have been cooler if you didn't get caught and held in a POW camp, This really feels like it's in the ballpark of things that we can expect from him. So why is this one different? And my only guess is that because there's no political gain from this. You're not going to get political points from talking shit about Rob Reiner being murdered in his home. Like when Charlie Kirk was killed, well, he could say like, oh, it was the radical left and now they're the violent ones too, right? And that might get him some points, but this gets him no points with anyone. Like if it was a modern star, like maybe Trump could get more people on his side. Like maybe you could easily politically weaponize a tragedy around like Sydney Sweeney or Taylor Swift or something, because they're culturally ubiquitous, but they're still relatively like new. But even if you hate Rob Reiner's politics, like speaking out about Trump, which I don't specifically know his politics, I just know he wasn't a fan of him. Even if you hate that about Rob Reiner, there's no way that you also hate Spinal Tap and When Harry Met Sally and The Princess Bride. Like, no one on earth hates all four of those things, and he's an older guy, which means older people who are more inclined to vote for Donald are probably just going to be disgusted by that. So it's just like a big, weird L for Donald, and then he doubled down on it at some things. So I don't know, 50. I mean, you held the trophy for a while there, but it's tough to compete. It's tough to compete with the big man and the big chair and the big ballroom over there. And my friends, don't ever say that I'm not good at segues, because I am now going to talk about Hitler. No, well, Secret Hitler. Have you guys played Secret Hitler before? I'm sure you've heard of it if you haven't played it. It's a game that you play with friends. Isn't that special? No, Secret Hitler. So I'd heard about it forever, and I'd never played it. So I finally got to play it on the weekend. And as my friend Tara mentioned, we were playing it with 10 people, which is the most you can play it with, I think, but that is ideal because the more the merrier, right? So if you're not familiar with the game, it is basically you are randomly assigned one of two political parties. You're either a liberal or a fascist, and amongst the fascists, of whom there are a few less than liberals, one of them is Hitler. Now, the liberals don't know who anyone is. The fascists know who's a fellow fascist and who Hitler is, and Hitler doesn't know who anyone is either. And the point of the game is to either kill Hitler, if you are a liberal, or if you're a fascist, it's make sure that Hitler gets a lot of political power by making him the chancellor or the president and passing a bunch of laws. There's liberal laws and fascist laws that you can sort of pass. And I won't get into like the nitty-gritty of how that works, but a lot of the game is in a sort of like Dungeons and Dragons type way. A lot of the fun of the game is just you and the other people in the game and your own imaginations and you playing these characters, right? Like if you like, it's safest to be a liberal. So if you're a fascist, you want everyone to think that you're a liberal, so no one's going to call you out. Because if you're the fascist trying to sneak your rules through, people will spot you out, and then they'll know that you're going to try to put Hitler in power, and then you will lose the game if they kill Hitler first. But so much of the game is just like arguing around the table, like, wait a minute, why would you pick him to do that? Unless you have ulterior motives. And then, you know, the first time I played it, it was very confusing. And the second time I sort of started to get it a little more. We played like 3, 4, 5 rounds of it. The third game, John, this guy John I was playing with, my pal John, and he's responsible for getting me this holiday creamy vanilla Coke Zero, so this show is dedicated to him. He was sniffing me out as a fascist. He was on to me pretty quick. So he starts making a fuss about it. And what do? I look at modern politics today and I said, I know how to beat this guy. I will be louder than him. So I stood up and I yelled until he couldn't talk over me. And I said, this guy hid Kevin's shoe at my cocktail party and didn't tell anyone. And Kevin thought someone stole his shoe. And John laughed about it, folks. He laughed about stealing the shoe. And everyone went, oh my God, he did steal that. It's actually true. He stole the shoe. Remember that John stole his shoe. He did steal the shoe. And then at that moment, we had come to the part of the game where someone can assassinate someone, and I got John killed. And once you're dead, you can't talk anymore. So I was pretty proud of myself. The finger was pointed at me, and then I just played loud and dumb and conspiratorial, and I got an innocent man killed. So, yeah, it was probably the coolest thing that I did this month. Boy, that's really saying something. But, yeah, the game is incredibly stressful. I was never randomly selected as Hitler, but Cooper was one time, and he, like, as soon as the game was done, he was like, oh, I hated that. Like, he was just like sweating the whole time. And it's scary to be a fascist because there's fewer of you, and everything you have to do, you have to remember it so that you can like argue against it later intelligently. Because if you kind of forget your moves, you are just open to someone who's got even a little bit of long-term memory to just crush you. So yeah, it's a very fun game. I hope to play it again soon, but no wonder like people could break up over this game. Like it is just seriously being like, I don't trust you. I don't know. You're just sneaky. I just don't fucking believe you. Like people are saying that to each other the whole time. But Secret Hitler is a big hit. I know I'm very late to the ballpark on that one. Here's something I'm brand new to. Summer and I were laughing the other day. What if Ed Sheeran, his name was Bed Smearin', and his hit song was called I'm in Love with the Taste of Poo. Now, what do you think of that, folks, huh? That's what I thought. Yeah, it's a pure hit. Yeah, and his name's Bed Smearin' because he does it in his partner's bed. He defecates in the bed, and that's like his thing. And that's kind of all we got. But we were sure cackling over around a fortnight for that one. So really good stuff there. If you want some more good stuff, how about these? These are names that I've written down. These are names for holiday-themed strip clubs. So if you are looking to go to a strip club this time of year, and really, isn't it the best time of year to go to a dank, sad strip club? Don't you think it is? Really? Just to wallow on Perv Row? Why don't you punch some of these into Google, see if maybe they exist, maybe they'll pop up here. So these are names for holiday-themed strip clubs. Let's get some of the easy ones out of the way first. Of course, there's the North Pole. Yeah. Sit on Santa's lap dance. Sure. Santa's twerk shop. Yeah, okay. This one is for a gay male strip club. It's called Huge Cock the Spreads Loads Gay Deer. Had a very massive peen. For my Jewish friends, I've got Hanukkahs and Haktuanikas. Tough to pronounce. There's Cherry Stripmas. All I want for Stripmas is boobs. How the Grinch pulls Stripmas. I'll be boned for Stiffmas. No sex in the mulled wine room. I've got the Peppermint Rhino. Reindeer Ugly, When I Think About You, I Touch My Elf, Christmas Beeve, Ebenezer's Splooge, National Slampoon's Dick Mist Spraycation, and here's ones for the locals out there. Brandy's Snow Lounge, that one's cute, and number 5, Orange You Glad, Mrs. Claus, Rub Those Tig Old Biddies in Your Face. So those are just a couple examples of, oh, you guys don't have to. You don't have to. That's very kind. That's very sweet of you guys. Thank you. It's actually too much at this point. It's actually...
I said forget about it, cuz.
Forget about it. Stop praising me, damn it, you sons of bitches. Stop. My head's going to get too swollen. No. All right, folks. Well, Johnny was supposed to be on the podcast today, but I think he's a little hungover. So we're going to call Johnny. Are you connecting a pair of headphones? Other device, let's say. All right, let's try calling Johnny, see how the guy's feeling. And see if this works. I haven't done this in a while where I like call someone on the pod using the phone here. Let's check it out. Let's see. See if we can even hear him.
Hello, Johnny's Delivery. Do you have them? I help them.
Ridiculous right out of the gate. How are you?
Just terrible. I'm tired as hell.
You're tired as hell?
Okay.
Hey, can you hear my drops? Here, check this out. Hold on.
So forget about it, cuz.
Yeah, I said, so forget about it, Kurt.
Without further interruption, let's celebrate and suck some dick.
Hell yeah.
Where? When and where? Let's go.
Well, is it going to make you feel better today?
Yeah, a little bit.
Are you hungover today?
No, I'm not too bad, actually. I
Really?
did have a drink or two, but it wasn't excessive.
Because it was your staff
just more
party
exhausted.
last night, right? Your staff party.
It was the whole company's staff.
Oh,
party.
brother.
And it was at my venue. So out of all the staff in the whole company, only one person had to work it, and that was me.
No, son of a bitch.
I thought they were about to start throwing their panties at me.
Is that what the women said when they saw, boy, this guy's working hard?
I think they were like, oh, yeah, someone has to do this and I don't have to. That seems to be the thing.
Son of so was it
also,
fun?
Is this the clearest I'm going to be on the pod? Because I'm like talking directly down the phone rather than like
yeah, you
on a
might actually
microphone.
you might
I'll
actually
have
be
to
legible.
move the phone around to make sure that it continues the proper reaction.
Yeah, don't speak into your phone at all. We need some consistency. We need this to be very difficult for people to hear. No, so
Amazing.
So why are you not hungover? I would have suspected. Did you go to bed super late? What time did you get to bed?
I always go to bed super late, but no, I'm an old man. I'm a grumpy old man now, so the hangovers are too long and too hard. So
they're gnarly. Even if you don't drink that much, they're bad.
Yeah. Also, I don't like getting drunk in front of my staff as best as I can because you'll talk to one server for a little bit longer about Lord of the Rings or something, and then the rest of the servers will be like, "Oh, she's got the better sections now."
Yeah.
It's like, no, I was doing my Smeagol impression. That's all.
You're always, but you do that dead sober as well.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. So,
you're always doing your Smeagol impression.
Oh dear. How was your night? What did you get up to?
Well, I mean, I called because I thought you had some exciting stuff to report. I didn't do. I mean, I've got dodgeball tonight. It's my last dodgeball of the year tonight, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
You could just dodge it. You just dodge it, and then it would be very literal.
No, I gotta do it, man. I really want to do it. I want to go huck balls and catch balls. I gotta catch them all.
Do you know who you're versing? Is it a hard team? Or
No, I'm playing with a new team this next year, and this is a game with them first from their previous season. So we start up in early January, but it's like it's at a school like a 2-minute walk from my house, whereas the ones I've been playing with like Will and those guys on the team, that one's far away. That's not far, but it's like East Van. And I'm like,
oh, that's far.
Like in the winter, I mean, it's a 20-minute drive in perfect traffic conditions, but like, that like 2 months where the roads are like not great. Here, shit is just fucked. Like everything's down to a crawl. I don't want to do that anymore. Plus, you're driving uphill up Granville, up or is it Canby? Yeah, way up Canby, and it's just like rough, dude. Like no one has winter tires. Yeah.
I live in Cole Harbour for the Vancouver listeners, and like if someone was like, "Hey, meet me at this place in Kits," I'm like, "Oh, that's a bit far." Even though it's like across a bridge, it's like a 5-minute Uber, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah, fuck that.
Like, that's how downtown central goes. If I can't get there on a Lime scooter, then there's no point in me going.
Yeah, my friend Scott Dodds, he had lived in Vancouver before me, and I was like, tell me about the city. Like, what should I do? And he's like, honestly, I lived there for 4 years. I never left the downtown core a single time. And I was like, you bum. And now I'm like here, and I like refuse to do anything. If I have to like go over a bridge, I'm like, fuck that. I'm not going there.
I also remember, like, I have a bartender friend in Yaletown, and when I was general managing Lamplighter, I remember saying, like, oh, hey, mate, come on down. And he was like, oh, I really don't go to Gastown anymore. I'm like, it's like 4 blocks. It's literally, well, you just walk down one street of Yaletown and you'll get there. Like, it's not. And yeah, he lives and works like right above his bar. Sorry, he lives above his bar, but he works in Yaletown. So,
well, like the irony is like it takes less time for me to walk to get to Granville Island than it does to get to Yaletown. But I'm still like, I'm not, like Kit's basically the same thing. It's like, it's just as close, but it just seems like you're going somewhere you shouldn't be going.
Oh dear.
So
the perils of life.
Could your work have been easier last night? I mean, obviously, if you had more people helping you, but did you see Callum? Was he fun? Was he in good spirits?
I did see Callum. Callum's great. Yeah, good. Yeah. We love Callum. Saw Callum. Saw James. Saw the Lamplighter crew. I guess that's what happens when you poach a bunch of their staff.
Now, was this also the Brandy's? Like Brandy's, the strip club?
No, so Brandy's had their staff party at the same time up the street.
Oh, did you go pay them a visit?
I did go say hello at Fortune a little bit later after ours finished up. And
that's where they did it, at Fortune.
Yeah.
How fortunate for them.
Yeah. No, well, they did it at Carvo, I think, and then they went to Fortune or something like that. But I ran into a couple of the old bartenders, and they mentioned that they were all pretty riggedy wrecked by the time that I caught up with them. So,
hey, what about, I just did my list of strip clubs with holiday theme names. You want to hear some of the best ones?
Please.
This is just me repeating my bits for everyone listening to this podcast right now. But for the locals, I had Brandy's Snow Lounge, pretty cute.
Oh, that's pretty cute, yeah.
For the Vegas heads, the Peppermint Rhino instead of the Spearmint Rhino. Right?
That's right, yeah.
I had National Slampoon's Dick Mist Spraycation, which is really just a porn title. I really don't think that's true.
I feel like that's just, I was going to say, that's like the real dodgy strip club.
Yeah. Santa's Twerk Shop, that one actually sounds like it could be. That one's not bad. Number 5, Orange You Glad, Mrs. Claus, Rub Them Tiggled Bitties in Your Face is another one.
See, I was going to say, does Mrs. Claus work at the
She twerks at it.
Workshop?
Oh, she works all night. She fucking works.
There we go.
She works it. And, of course, what was the other one that I liked? They're all pretty dumb, actually.
Actually, when I was at Brandy's, one of our main, featured decorations is just a Mrs. Claus that has, a candle, one of those robotic Mrs. Claus that just kind of you see in the shop windows.
Oh, yeah.
And she was always a very feature piece in our Brandy's decorations for some reason, and you're just sitting there with a candle, just humming along to Pony by Genuine, just in time with whatever's going on, having the best old time.
Yeah, with her glow stick, she's rolling on, rolling hard on pills, right? The second the beat drops,
Molly all night. Yeah,
damn. Do you know who was DJing any of these parties or no?
Yeah, there's been a couple people actually. There was a DJ the other day called DJ Wreckage. I cannot stress enough, if that guy has a club night anywhere, he was excellent.
DJ who? He's getting free
DJ Wreckage.
Wreckage.
But he DJ'd for this Santa Claus pub crawl that we did, which literally had, talk about Santa Twerk Shop. It was 300 Santas were in our venue. And they were just going off, and he just knew exactly what to play. Much older crowd, so playing
Michael Bublé Christmas music.
No, he's mixing Backstreet Boys into Mariah Carey, into all sorts of stuff. He was excellent.
Oh,
he
nice.
was quite great. So killing it.
Lovely. Hey, you watching it?
I haven't. I went to start it, and then obviously I've just been working so much that I haven't had a chance to crush it. I did watch Man vs. Baby with Mr. Bean and thoroughly loved that.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but is it good?
I liked it. It actually was. It was very office cringe. He just kept. It's he's doing the same stuff that he does in Johnny English and Mr. Bean. Just has unfortunate luck about everything, and just so many times you're watching him and you're just oh no, mate, don't do it. Oh, yeah. He's nailed it. So
I'm always up for some Rowan Atkinson physical comedy. Why the fuck not?
And it's also very Christmassy. So there you go. It's in the spirit of Christmas.
Is it?
Because I was wondering why they're releasing it around Christmas time. But yeah, it's very heavily Christmas. Spoiler alert, he names the baby that they've got Jesus. So
I thought you were gonna name him I thought you were going to name him Ebenezer Splooge, which is also one of my holiday.
It's one of your holiday things. Yeah. Why are you not doing the you need to be hired to do the Penthouse marquee, like,
right?
The infamous, very infamous Penthouse marquee,
right?
Yeah,
I was trying to think. I'm like, should I do one for the Penthouse? But nah. And then the Granville Strip. I'm like, it's already done. Basically,
it's not as funny. But could you do a gingerbread house?
Something
like
about ginger gives head, the ginger head blouse, or
there you go.
It's like, is that something? I don't know. It's not my best. What else? There's got to be meat on this bone still for Christmas.
Yeah, sure.
Strip
I think
clubs.
you should all go. You know how you see those bars that do those Christmas pop-ups? You should just go around and just entertain strip clubs for doing Christmas pop-ups there.
I'll be the guy who does stand-up in between strippers dancing.
I do remember one time.
What do you think, 60-year-old Japanese businessman? Am I funny? And he's like, get the fuck off the stage! Anyway,
I do remember one year there was one stripper dressed up as Santa and one stripper dressed up as Jesus, and they both gave each other a lap dance on the stage. So it was just Santa. I was like, this is like an episode of South Park. This is amazing.
Fuck yeah.
And about 5 people in the front row got deeply offended and left.
What? They're in a strip club.
Offense. Yeah, that's what we were saying.
There's no Jesus in your hearts when you're in a strip club. He stays at the coat check until you leave.
Same with, I'll always remember, here's a fun strip club story for you. We got this like very serious complaint in, like they sent an email, and it was because, the strippers are brandies, like it's a big deal. They have all these fancy costumes, and some of them are themed. Like one girl came out as a full Darth Vader all the time, and they set the stage on fire and do hoop tricks, and it's like Cirque du Soleil, but they just get naked in the end. But there was this one we got this one complaint from this couple that were so deeply offended because I guess that one of the girls wore like a Snow White outfit or some sort of Disney outfit, and they wrote in to say, like, we are new parents, like we have a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, and we very rarely get to go out and just like be adults and like not have this. So we planned a night at Brandy's, and how disappointed we were when we had to hear Disney music and see Disney characters or something like that, and be like, we were trying to have an adult night and you guys brought this in and we will never be back again. And we were like, what the hell? Like, this is what you're offended about? So,
Jesus.
Very,
tell them to stay
upset.
off of Pornhub, because there are many categories that will discuss them to the core.
I was like, have you not seen any porn parody ever? But, oh well, that's
Frozen,
that's what you get.
More like boning, am I right?
Hey,
Snow White, more like
actually,
blow.
I think we did have a Frozen girl at one point. She came out to like let it go or let it snow or whatever it is.
Let it go.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's
Maybe
good.
we're in trouble.
Hey, sure. That's a common one.
Don't tell Disney. They'll sue.
No, they
There'll
won't.
be a cease and desist letter.
Did you hear about this deal Disney made with Sora, the AI company?
Yeah, the AI thing? What the hell's that about?
They're letting Sora, they're like letting people use Disney property characters in Sora to like make, I don't know, whatever.
That's wild.
Yeah, you can have like Darth Vader and Homer Simpson like fighting each other, and then at the end, like a banner says like "Happy Birthday, Dad." And you can like send that to someone, I guess. I don't know.
Oh man,
yeah.
I did just see that what Netflix owns now with Warner Brothers. Like it's like Netflix now owns all of DC. It owns all the Game of Thrones. It owns all the things.
I will say, I don't know why, but Sopranos just suddenly being on Netflix, I will watch it more. Like, I'm more inclined to just tear through Sopranos again and again and again if it's just on Netflix. But it would feel weird to have like Game of Thrones on there, and I don't know, like, and The Last of Us, like that just seems like it shouldn't be on Netflix, and I don't know why.
Yeah, it's like it just feels, I don't know, it just feels weird. Are they just going to completely merge it and call it? So poor HBO, what they've gone from HBO Max to HBO to HBO Go to Max, back to HBO Max, back to now what, Net Max Go?
Max Flix or
HBO Flix?
Yeah, I don't know.
So it'd be, I guess that program's just going to disappear.
I guess
it's all going to get conglomerated into one, surely.
Yeah, when Google and Disney join forces, and then we're cooked, pal. Our gooses are cooked. That's it for us.
It's like you have one subscription fee, but it's extortionate because it's the only way to access any media ever.
Right. Yeah. Just log into that, and that's it for the next 40 hours of what you need to watch. Yeah. I'll watch Ha Ha You Clowns. That's all I need to watch. Go. Adult Swim, and I'll watch.
That's all I need.
Hey, did you watch The Beast in Me with Claire Danes? Did you ever watch that show?
No, that's on my list as well, because I know that you and Summer were having a little watch party with that instead of playing Fortnite with me.
I know, I'm so sorry. We never play Fortnite with you. We're only at 700 hours this year playing Fortnite
just
together.
Months and months in between us playing Fortnite, it feels. Well, that's what it feels like.
We got to rock some more 40, but you're busy. This is buyout season. I still think
there's the 21st, the new PlayStation gets set up. I've got 5 days off.
Yeah.
And so
Johnny, for those who don't know, Johnny bought a PS5 and hasn't opened it yet. But I respect that. You're saving it as a gift for yourself because that's when
true.
Is that when you get some time off work finally, or not really?
For the 21st, 21st to the 25th. So
hell yeah.
I'm just going to take it to myself, zone out, and fingers crossed nothing breaks or the place doesn't set on fire. Actually, you know what? If the place sets on fire, so be it. Great. Get more time off.
I had to work.
Let's go.
I had to work on the 26th a couple of times when I used to bartend at Hudson's in Edmonton, and one year they had a Boxing Day special, 50% off everything at the bar. Everything, every beer, every shot, every burger, everything was 50% off. And this was in West Edmonton Mall, and this was before Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So if you wanted to shop, you were doing it at a mall, and it was Boxing Day at one of the biggest malls in the world. And the bar was just like, by 1 p.m., people were like, holy shit, I need a drink. Like, it is just exhausting to just get there and try to do anything. The bar was slammed. Oh my God. It was, just elbowing grandmas in the fucking face. That's my RCA flat screen. That's my Zenith TV.
I had to beat an old lady with a stick to get this cranberry sauce.
Yep. And it wasn't even Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just got my ass handed to me. I made more money than the night guys did. It was insane.
That's nuts.
Yeah, man.
I do remember as a kid, I remember trying to, there was a movie that, because Boxing Day movies or Christmas movies come out at the cinema, and I was actively trying to convince my parents, especially my dad, to take me to whatever the movie was on Boxing Day. And I was like, hey, if you think about it, everyone's shopping, no one's going to be at the cinema, it's the best time to go, my dad just was reading the paper, goes, it says here that Boxing Day is the #1 busiest day for cinemas of any other day in the year. And I just was schooled as a kid, and I was just like, okay, well, I didn't win that argument. That's excellent. So,
my dad hated going to the movies when it was busy, and I loved it when I was a kid because we'd mostly go see comedies. And when you're a kid, you also just want to know what older people think about things. So it was just like a field test. I could just see should I like this movie? How do older people react to it? But now the older I get, I'm like, God damn it, there's nowhere to sit. Even if you reserve your seat, it's still it's just the odds of someone pissing you off in the theater are going up so exponentially in a sold out room. You know what I mean? Someone's going to talk or be loud.
It's the Boxing Day release and the July release. That's when the biggest, I guess movie releases happen. Is that right? Or am I wrong?
I think so. All I know is I have seen almost no advertising for the new Avatar movie, and I still want to see it really bad because I think people are too hard on the Avatar movies because, fuck it. This is going to be 2.5 to 3 hours where you can, people say they want to go to the movies just to turn their brain off. Avatar is the ultimate, turn your fucking brain off movie because you can just zone out so hard. The 3D is actually made for 3D. Anyway, Hoy and I, we're going to IMAX it and see it soon. So my favorite was James Cameron coming out recently going, oh, well, if this third movie doesn't do well, then we won't move ahead with 4 and 5. And I'm like, mate, it's going to do well. The last two are the highest grossing movies of all time. But because the last one had no press either. I feel like it just came out of nowhere. And I went to the theater and saw it. And it was pretty busy. And then I just never heard about it again. And then everyone's like, yeah, that's the third highest grossing movie of all time. I'm like, what the fuck? It had no cultural impact, it felt like. I don't know.
When the first Avatar came out, everyone saw it.
Yes.
There
multiple
wasn't a
times.
single person that I knew that I could go like, hey, have you seen Avatar? They're like, yeah, so great. But the second one is the highest grossing movie of all time. But everyone I talk to and say, oh, hey, like, have you seen this one? They're like, oh, no, I haven't seen the second one. I'm like, how is this the highest grossing movie? And I feel like no one in like my immediate contact has seen it. But, oh, well.
What was it Avatar 2 when we asked that guy what his favorite, if he could relive any movie theater experience? Was it Avatar?
Like, yeah, it was Avatar 2.
That's so funny. That will always be so funny to me. I don't want to reveal any names here, but Johnny, you'll know who I'm talking about. But Johnny and I know this guy. This is a different guy. It's not the Avatar guy. That guy's a sweetheart. But Johnny and I know this one guy who is a pathological liar. And we have not seen this guy in a while. And I had a sighting of this guy a few weeks ago, Johnny. And I finally saw our mutual pathological liar friend. And I just, there's so much I want to say, but I can't really say it on the pod. But this guy, the things he says to me and Johnny over the years about like the giant things that he's doing and the moves that he's making. And it's just, after years of hearing it, when you start listening to him tell the same kind of stories again, you're just like, do I just interrupt him and go, like, I want to go home. I don't want to hear the end of this. Like, what you are saying to me has absolutely no bearing or grounding in reality whatsoever.
You almost want to do the Adam Sandler thing in Billy Madison, when you like, when he's like, "We got it on," you're like, "No, you didn't." Like, no, that's not
oh, I thought you were gonna go with, "We are all dumber for having heard what you said," but that's even better. Yeah, it's like, well, you can imagine what it'd be like if
exactly.
I became the head of a film studio or whatever.
It's always something like, it's like with a recent movie. Like, I think there was a moment where it was like Longlegs came out. I'm making this up, but like, you know, somehow his script has got into the hands of that writer or director or something like that. And I'm just like, the same of the highest grossing movie right now, or like everyone's talking about, somehow you got in contact with him at the peak of, you know, his success and what this person's doing. Like when Avatar 3 comes out, they'll probably be like, hey, yeah, guess what? James Cameron's got my script and he's really considering it. You're like, what?
And it doesn't matter who you are. Right now, somewhere in some bar, this guy is cornering a waitress going like, hey, you know the writer-director of Weapons? Yeah, he's reading my shit right now. And she's like, like signaling for a manager.
Bill Skarsgård's coming in to play. I'm like, oh, the guy in it, Welcome to Derry? They're like, yeah, he's really interested.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But really, it's just a dude named Bill who's got a scar on his face, and he's like, no, we just call him that. Yeah. Oh, were you thinking of the Oscar-nominated actor? That's your bad, actually. Yeah. Anyway, we'll have to off mic talk about more about that, because sorry, folks, I don't want to dangle forbidden fruit in front of you, but it's just, I'm just trying to avoid more conversations between the two of us. That's all I'm trying. I'm protecting my own skin here. That's all.
Not the same guy, but I always remember there was a dude that came into Lamplighter and would play pool, and he'd tell me how he's about to close this massive deal and it's $1 million and all this stuff, and like as soon as he gets it, he's going to share it with me. I'm like, cool, mate. You just play pool, but then you'd be like, oh, any chance I can get like a free beer? Like, is there like, and he was just so broke, like it was just so obvious.
Poor bastard.
He was always ready to close $1 million deal, and I'm like, buddy, I don't think anyone's trusted. He wore the same clothes every day as well. Like it's like a cartoon character. I would imagine that he's like just got the same wardrobe every day.
Yeah. Unless you are Will Smith from The Pursuit of Happiness, it's like that is not gonna happen. You are not a day away from striking
from $1 million deal. Like, oh man, wild.
What I want people to take away from this podcast is that everyone should quit. Whatever pursuit they have in life, just give up. It's not gonna happen. Just call it quits.
Or just be honest. Just say, oh, hey, man, like, I've got a really good idea, and I think it could make $1 million, but, I've got to get the right things in place.
Yeah, so does everyone on Earth. It's like, hey, I've got a really good idea for something. I just need $10 million. It's like, that's all people. Anyone on Earth with $10 million, if they're not the dumbest fuck in the world, could turn it into 20.
Danny, I came up with an idea for your film idea. Yeah. So imagine this. It's a restaurant, okay? But it's a restaurant Christmas party. Don't tell me how I got the idea, but I just feel like there's some crazy things that could happen. Like maybe there's an overly stressed out, overworked manager and he's running around doing everything. And, there's crazy hijinks happening and a 300-person Santa Claus pub crawl comes through. Don't tell me where I got this idea. I don't know. I'm just super
forget about it, Kurt.
Yeah, I'll put that one. I'll add that one to the list. Yeah. That's right. Well, I'll see what James Cameron thinks. I got a meeting with him over the phone, actually. Right
Oh,
after
that's right.
this.
Yeah.
He's actually calling in
He's
pretty
the next
soon
podcast.
here. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
damn.
right. He's the next guest on
I'm
Danny
still.
Mac
I'd
is
see
right.
James Cameron could come on, and you have not have me as a guest as well, and I'd still be more pissed that I missed the dog.
I know, and I was going to try to get a dog for us today with you know what I just drank? I just drank a bottle of I just drank the Holiday Creamy Vanilla. Coke
What's
Zero.
the verdict?
The verdict is that it is what Coke. It is what Vanilla Coke Zero should taste like. Vanilla Coke Zero should just adopt this recipe of chemicals that are going to give me 5 kinds of cancer eventually. It should just be this because Vanilla Coke almost doesn't taste enough like vanilla anymore. But this is good.
I remember when it first came out.
Yes.
Vanilla Coke was like, especially in Australia, Vanilla Coke was the shit. It was so great.
This is what the creamy vanilla tastes like. It tastes like olden days Vanilla Coke because I swear they changed the recipe and it just doesn't fucking taste really like much anymore.
I think I was like 10, 11, 12, like around that age when like Vanilla Coke came out in Australia.
Yeah,
and like you'd go to a kid, like it was a kid's birthday party, but I was a kid, and you'd turn up and they've ordered the 10 Domino's pizzas for everyone and then all the soft drinks, and if they had a 2-liter Vanilla Coke like ready to go, oh man, I skipped all the pizzas and I was filling my cup to the brim with Vanilla Coke ready to go.
And not much has changed.
Distracted with the food, I'm like, nope, gonna get me some of that vanilla Coke.
Yeah, and you're still the same guy. When I got my wisdom teeth out when I was a teenager, I think I was, how old was I? Whatever, young. But that's when Vanilla Coke came out and they had Vanilla Coke Slurpees. And I just remember, there's not much you can really eat or drink when you get your wisdom teeth out. And I was crushing Vanilla Coke Slurpees all day, day, my friend.
Oh, man, that's excellent.
Yeah,
that's
the tastiest diabetes ever. It was so yummy.
And then Cherry Coke came out in Australia 3 years later, and it just wasn't received the same.
Yeah, it's just not. Even though there's that great lyric by Savage Garden where they go, Chicka Cherry Cola.
Cola, yeah. And you're like, oh, well.
Vanilla Cola.
That's what it should have been. Yeah. Savage Garden. Hey, representing the wrong Coke.
Listen to this.
Keep that change, you filthy animal.
Good stuff, huh?
Did you know that it took me for the longest time to find out that part of Home Alone was made for Home Alone?
Yeah, I thought it was movie.
Genuinely, that I was well into the age of 30s when I found that out.
Yeah, I always wondered too.
Taking a sample from another movie, and that was the whole point. I didn't realize that they'd made it for that movie. So
yeah, it's called Angels with Filthy Souls. That's the name of the fake movie in Home Alone. Yeah, Angels with Filthy Souls. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I wonder if they tried to find something and they couldn't. They were just like, let's make our own old movie. Who the hell will know?
Yeah, that's a good point because it is sort of integral to the plot. But there's a lot of old gangster movies where someone uses a Tommy gun and it could scare the pizza guy. That's not too tough to find, right?
They take that bit from The Mask where he turns the balloon into the Tommy gun. He's like, a Tommy gun.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you miss me? And then he drinks the orange juice and the bullet wounds. The orange juice comes off. I guess not. Yeah. Classic. We're just doing Jim Carrey bits on this. So what are you up to tonight? I guess I should let you go. I am recording a podcast.
I am working again, which is fantastic. But
fantastic. Give him a round of applause, folks.
Give me a round of applause. I'm setting up the bar after it was destroyed with a nuclear bomb last night.
Yeah, it's probably sticky, icky, ooh-wee. Stickier than Sean Combs' bathroom floor.
That's it every day. So,
yeah.
Oh, dear.
Okay, buddy. Well,
all right,
love you. Hope
right,
tonight's not too harsh. I will be thinking about you at dodgeball tonight, okay?
Anytime. Who's the next call after me?
I'm going to call Barack Obama.
Hey, there you go. We'll say hi to me.
Danny, it's me, Barack Obama. No, sir, Mr. President, sir, if you could just wait. Okay, you're not making it a three-way call. That's totally fine. Yeah, sir, Mr.
Ask him his thoughts on Rob Reiner and see if he can
see if he can top Trump. See if he can say something even ruder. When Harry Met Sally's overrated and Spinal Tap 2's a big disappointment. Pretty upset. All right, buddy. Have a good shift. Talk to you soon.
Same to you, buddy.
Okay, bye. Oh, Jonny Latham, everybody. Give him a round of ass. Give him a round of ass, everyone. That's enough of that. Yeah, well, with Jonny off air now, I just wanted to talk quickly about that show, The Beast in Me. If you haven't seen it, I promise you, I'm gonna give a spoiler, but I'll give you, if you press like the 30 seconds ahead on your podcast listener, I will not be talking about it anymore. So press 30 seconds ahead now. Okay, if you're listening to this right now, I'm going to give a spoiler for the end of the show. I liked the show a lot. Matthew Rhys is great. Claire Danes is, as always, plays an extremely distressed individual expertly. But the end was a little disappointing because they got the villain at the end by like getting them to confess while they recorded something and then played it back. And it just seemed like the villain was smarter than that. And that was the only disappointing part of it. But I think it's great popcorn fare, and you should check it out. Boom, 30 seconds. Okay, yes, there we go. If you just skipped ahead, I just gave a massive spoiler. And don't go back and listen to that if you're planning on watching it. But good show, folks.
I thought they were about to start throwing their panties.
All right, Alex, shut up. Okay, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't really have much more to talk about. Is there going to be a Christmas show next week? So the pod comes out Thursdays. Christmas is on Thursday this year. And then New Year's is on Thursday this year. Isn't that crazy how that works out just like that, folks? So I'm going to try my best to get a little something for you. Maybe a true solo podcast to record for you guys that you can listen to on Christmas. Because I don't know, if you're anything like me, you do still want to have some of your favorite shows to listen to around the holidays, my friends. So anyway, please consider subscribing to the Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's just a place where you can support artists of all kinds, including this trash. So if you go to patreon.com/DMApod, that's DMAPOD, or just hit the top link in the show notes, it'll take you right there, and then you get longer episodes. I think this one I'll make available for everyone. Maybe, maybe not, but it certainly will be available earlier to everybody. In fact, I'm going to upload it right away, so this will be available a full 2 days early for folks. So, yeah, and that's special. All right, guys, it has been a pleasure. Love you lots, and hopefully you'll be hearing from me again on a Christmas, the 25th, and live long and prosper. Okay, whatever, fuck. Goodbye.